from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from Houston. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. First and 10, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
10 at the 45-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. This one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs. From the gun, here's Watson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Watson just beating the play clock. Coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Quick throw completed by Watson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. To the air yet again. Watson sliding out of the pocket. That's incomplete, but they'll lose a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. If you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Well, the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man is Westbrook complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they give this time to the tailback. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. A throw for Westbrook, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6.
Get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. They're only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10, Jaguars nothing.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
From the 50, it's Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 yards on the play. First down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, it's Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Texans will add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
At the 35-yard line.
Side handoff. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Looking long for Westbrook. Interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Watson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there, because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Duke Johnson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans will extend their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
1st down, Jacksonville.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Connection made with Chenault. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
1st down, Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
On for the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Short of the goal line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. with Johnson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Texans 31, Jaguars 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll fire one deep for Westbrook. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards.
First down.
Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarkrisky Tart. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions. And you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
At the 21-yard line.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson looking outside, and he's got him in. It's Fuller. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 79 yards. And the Texans continue to pour it on. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Dancing to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And now here's another interception. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the interception, here's Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
The 30-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus.
And the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it. Look at the big man rumble. 30, the 20, 10, and he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Texans 38, Jaguars 10. Josh Lambo to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now a first down throw, Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he goes out right around the 39. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn the blitz coming, and down he goes.
Deshaun Watson sacked.
There you go. Got him again.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now
following the sack. It's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
The 3rd quarter with the score Texans 38, Jaguars 10.
Operating from the gun, Watson is going to float this one, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Isaiah Coulter, 71 yards, and the Texans add on. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
He's brought down.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
First down, Jaguars.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll fire one deep for Westbrook. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the corner, Bradley Roby. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On first down, Watson And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Throw left side complete. That's fine. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
1st and 10.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Quincy Williams.
A tackle by Quincy Williams.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Faking the give. Now Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, here's Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Jaguars' 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards on the play, first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So 3rd and 2, and I count 6 defensive backs out there. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection. That's